Oh man, so after the Bitcoin crash, Bitcoin is trying to stabilize and figure out which direction it wants to go in. We're going to look at that chart also, but more importantly, I want to see what impact is this going to have on some of our three favorite coins, which is Polkadot, Matic, and Chainlink. You guys know we've been monitoring this for the longest time. We've been seeing them make beautiful patterns in the charts, but for whatever reason, they've been unable to fulfill it, and the Bitcoin crash came at a terrible time for them. We're going to see what does this mean for those three projects and where can they head from here. But first, let's look at some of the other factors going on in the market. You can see fear and greed index is currently sitting at 28. We had it nice and low earlier on. You guys remember, if you're watching my video, when it was falling before, when Bitcoin had its first little crash, I said this was nothing. There was still so much leverage in the system, and we hadn't seen fear and greed index get to 10, 11, 12. Well, we got that, right? We got that in this crash, and that is starting to get me the sign that, hang on, I think we've now had our serious flush of leverage, and now we should have the green light to head higher. So that's what I'm thinking right now. That's where my head is at right now in terms of the fear and greed index. If I show you this here, we can see here, if we plot it over the year, when we had our first crash, which was around these kind of levels where it was at 43, 30, even the 28s and 33 like we're there, that was not enough, because I was pointing to these figures earlier in the year between May and June and July, and you could May, June and July, and you could see we were getting low figures all the way down here, 18s. Now finally we got those readings here the last couple of days, 16 on the fear and greed index on the 6th of December. So that gets me excited, because it means maybe we have flushed out some of that trading retail leverage, and that could give us the green light to start heading higher. We know from some of the on-chain metrics that a lot of the coins will be moving from weak hands to strong hands, and we need strong hands to hold the Bitcoin coins for us to have a sustained push to the upside. So great news there. Now, next, what else do we have? Well, we can see on the altcoin index, we can see that it's a bit of a Bitcoin season, which is very interesting. So we're seeing here that, we're neither in a Bitcoin season nor an altcoin season. We've been fluctuated here in the middle. And that kind of just shows that the market is a bit sideways right now and not sure where we want to head. If we look at coin market cap, we can see some interesting coins moving over the last 24 hours. You've got Wax up 45%, Tezos up 30%, Near Protocol up 17%. You've got AMP up 10%, Huobi up, Chainlink up 8%, which we're going to cover off shortly, sitting at 22. And you've got Uniswap up 4%. So we're starting to get some movements in some coins. And remember, the reason I'm looking at these is whenever there's a macro crash, the most important thing to observe is which of your altcoins bounce back the quickest. Because if there's nothing happening on a singular protocol level and the whole market crashes because Bitcoin crashes, the strong projects should rebound quickly, because everybody should see they're at a bargain state, and they should run over to pick up those coins and buy that dip. Okay, so that's always a clue to look at, is which coins bounce back the quickest. So let's get into the charts. You can see Bitcoin. I don't want to spend too much time on Bitcoin. If you haven't seen my other video, go check that out as well. But very quickly, what I am seeing is a bit of a negative continuation pattern. And if I show you on the 4-hourly chart, it'll become a bit more obvious. What I'm fearful here is, just clear my arrows again, is we had our initial crash to the downside, and what I'm seeing here is this could be a bear flag pennant, and we could be heading back down to the downside. So in order to avert that, what I want to see is us get above this white wedge, which was acting as support for us for the longest time, and hold above it and use it as support. That's going to be really important for us to reverse out of this and start heading to the upside. Now we want to look at Polkadot, Matic, and Link. Before I do that, guys, don't forget to support this channel, guys. Please smash up the like, subscribe, because that really helps me get these videos to you, help more people see these videos. As a small YouTube channel, we've got to smash up the likes and subscribe, guys, in order to make sure that people aren't just watching all of these pump boy channels where it says, Phantom to the moon, Bitcoin to the moon, let's do 100x leverage trade. That's not what we're about here. We're here to bring you realistic fundamentals and TA, and if you appreciate that, consider joining this channel, helping me bring these videos to you. And also, as a member of this channel, you'll get access to our community thread where you can ask me questions one-on-one on your favorite coin. So if you have a coin, you have your portfolio, if you have anything else which you want to share with me, consider becoming a member. You'll get access then. You can ask me questions one-on-one. Right, what are we seeing in some of our favorite coins? Let's head straight over to Matic first if we can. Let's pull up Matic. There we go. And let's look at the daily chart. Let's zoom out and remind ourselves where we're at on Matic. And you'll know for the longest period of time here, we were forming this massive cup and handle pattern, and we were looking to break to the upside. We had a bit of a fake out before we get sent back down, and then we had another breakout, which we're seeing now, which is very good. Now, the beautiful thing about Matic is we've created a higher high now, and that is really setting us up for a good move. You can see we've maintained this upward trend line this whole time, which has been fantastic. And now we want to see where can we head from here. And you remember my cup and handle pattern sits at the top here of $2.80, and I continue to expect us to beat that. You can see we've met our first target here of $2.51, which is fantastic. We've broken through there. We're sitting currently at $2.49, and what I want to see us is continue to push high. We've got a little bit of resistance here at $2.69, but no reason we can't achieve that. So we can see now there's a lot of narrative around ETH, and when ETH is doing well, you're naturally going to see layer 2s doing well as well in terms of Matic. There's a lot of other layer 2 solutions we could be looking at as well, such as Loopring and various other layer 2 solutions. And these are going to be the projects that do well, because now people are starting to understand ETH on its own cannot be the be all and end all. And that's why you've seen me talk a lot about layer 1 solutions. You know, we talk about Phantom a lot on this channel, Luna, Cardano, a lot of the other great layer 1 solutions. But also the layer 2 solutions are going to have its narrative and its moment of running too. And Matic is my personal favorite play when it comes down to being a layer 2 solution. So I can see a future where you have a whole bunch of these layer 2 solutions operating, and Ethereum just being the transactional layer to file away the receipts after you've executed on the layer 2 solution, because Ethereum's just, it's just not up to scratch just now for the amount of adoption that people want to use it for. So that's Matic. Matic is looking pretty good. Just to remind you of our longer price target. Oh, I don't have it on here, but I can easily see us breaking through $2.84 now. Let's move straight on to Polkadot, because what I want to share with you on Polkadot is you can see that here we are really struggling on Polkadot. So Polkadot, we had this upward trend which we wanted to keep as a last resort. You can see that when Bitcoin had its dump on 26th November, that didn't help. We tried to recover, ended up being a continuation pattern to the downside, and then the second crash for Bitcoin has sent it to lows of 24. Currently sitting at 29, so we've had a bit of a U-turn here. You can see it's bouncing off this important level at 26.85 due to a bunch of support coming in here. You can see a bunch of support coming all the way around as this being an important level on numerous levels for Polkadot. So Polkadot is a great project. I expected it to do much better in the lead up to the new year. We know there's a whole bunch of things going on in terms of the parachains. We're seeing a lot of great projects being built, such as Moonriver, Moonbeam, Kusama doing well. It's sister chain, and we would have thought we'd have a good movement to the upside. But like I said, you have to be careful because this all depends on Bitcoin. And so you can have a project which is doing fundamentally, even a mature project like the ones we're looking at, which is Polkadot, Matic, and Link, but they still can get impacted by Bitcoin. We're not at the point yet where these coins have become detached from Bitcoin. Anybody who tells you they are, it's wrong, right? If Bitcoin has a down day, you're going to see these coins have down days, and that's just the way things go. So we need to continue to monitor this on Polkadot. But in terms of a long-term acquisition at these levels, I'm a buyer. I'm absolutely buying at these levels. You're getting it back at pricing from September. Which is an absolute no-brainer. I mean, this is my point, right? There's so many people that were FOMOing in here. I remember it specifically when they launched the auctions. People were FOMOing in. They were FOMOing in rapidly. They were running with their credit cards, ready to buy Polkadot all the way up here at 42, right? But now when it's sitting at 29, they're nowhere to be seen. Why do you let the market control your emotions? Why do you have green candle disease that you can only buy a project when it's green? Do you need the market's validations? Go and do your research. Understand the project. There are so many people invested right now in Polkadot that do not understand what parachains are, do not understand how it works, do not understand their comparative advantage and why it's important. What is the founding team? What are the tokenomics? Please go and do your research. And that way, when you get moments like this, you're confident, you're happy, it's a discount, right? And you know that you're getting a pair of Prada shoes for £5. Then it's a no-brainer, right? You know it's real, it's not a counterfeit. And therefore your £5 is going to come out of your pockets really quickly. That's what we need to train ourselves to do, right? We don't need the market's validation. We just need to know that we've done our research and we believe it's a strong project. Let's get to that level. That's what we want to do on this channel. And that's where I want to help you guys get to. Let's look at Chainlink as well, because Chainlink is the one for me that is at the biggest discount right now. And you can see here on Chainlink, we are getting down to a full retracement on the Fibonacci level. What that means is it's nearly gone all the way up, it's swung all the way up, and it's come all the way back down here to the zero level nearly. And you could have bought Chainlink here on this flash crash at 1542. It's already rebounded now, sitting at 22. It's having a really strong day today, like we saw, up 8%. And this is a really strong bounce from Chainlink. And I think, this makes complete sense because that here for me is an absolute bargain. Still where it is right now is an absolute bargain. You guys know all three of these projects which we're covering here are long-term holds for me. I don't particularly care what the market is doing short-term for it. I know when Bitcoin crashes or has its retracement, I'm not selling my Bitcoin. Therefore, I'm not selling my favorite large cap altcoin. These are projects which are here to stay. Chainlink is the de facto data oracle oracle. You name me one data oracle that's outdoing Chainlink or has more partnerships than Chainlink. None. Right? So when it comes to a point where there's more smart contract users, people are using smart contracts, who are they going to partner with for their data? Chainlink. Nobody else is working on this project to this extent. Right? So that's why I continue to hold my target. You can see my golden ratio Fibonacci target longer term is at $77, which from here is more than a double, guys. It's 2.5 times. So you can see here that this is a great project to be in, and just long term as part of your portfolio. If you've not watched my portfolio video, go check that out. You definitely need to be holding this in terms of a narrative play. So super great time to buy in the dip on some of your favorite coins. If you haven't managed to already, if you're already holding your coins and you've got no more money to average down, just be patient. Just be patient. Never make a rash decision. Never make an emotional decision. If the market crashes and you're panicking because you've opened your portfolio, go for a walk. Turn off your portfolio. Go for a walk. Don't look at it on a day-to-day basis, because it's going to make you make emotional decisions. That's what we want to avoid here. If you buy a coin, buy it out of calmness, because you've done your research, you've done your homework, you've looked at all the pieces of paper, you've done your reading, you've looked at tokenomics, you know about the team, you know about the roadmap, the projects they're working on, and then make your purchase. And then let the markets do its thing. You know you're holding onto a project that you want to do well over the next 2 to 3 years. You shouldn't need to panic when the market panics. You should only change your decision on a project when something fundamentally about that project has changed. It's been hacked. The team has changed, right? Like if Cardano, something happened to Charles Hoskinson tomorrow, then I seriously have to reevaluate my belief around Cardano, right? If tomorrow Solana has another major hack or something happens like that, I need to consider my Solana position. These are the things that should make you panic or worry or consider your positions, not because Bitcoin dumped some leverage out of the system, or Jerome Powell spoke about interest rates, or the market scared about the next variant of COVID and you start panic selling. Come on, guys, we need to train ourselves out of this. And if you want to improve your psychology and your TA and your fundamentals, consider hitting the like button, subscribing and supporting this channel, guys. Don't forget, pin comment will be the free link to our Discord channel. Head over into there, meet like-minded people, learn more about crypto, because this is a journey. I'm not going to tell you on this channel ever, oh look, I found the next 100,000x coin. This is not a pump channel. Plenty of those. If you want to find those, go find those, take the risk and play that game somewhere else. This is for how to build a real sustainable crypto portfolio. Just like you would for stocks, just like you would for real estate, this is how we're going to do it long term for crypto. So if you appreciate that, join this channel. Let's build an amazing community, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.